Sounds good.
Good morning. I'm Liz Jennings, Virtual Career Fair for Monday, October 12th, 2020. I'm Employer Engagement Specialist with Career Force. We're going to go ahead and get started, but before we do, I've posted the attendance form link in the Q&A area. The Q&A area is the little button with a question mark in it. And please open that form up and put your first and last name, your zip code in so that I know that you're here. I use that to mark attendance in minnesotaworks.net if you are a job seeker. If you're a workforce professional, one of my colleagues throughout the state, please sign in too so that I know that you are here. And a couple of other housekeeping details. With the Q&A, you can ask questions, and we'll be addressing those after every presenter today. You can also turn on closed captioning, the little CC button in your browser or in the Teams live events area. You can go into the gear wheel to turn on subtitles. I've enabled them in English, Arabic, Spanish, a couple of other languages, I believe Thai, Hmong, Arabic, Swahili maybe. Just check that out. And again, sign in on the attendance form. We're celebrating Minnesota Manufacturing Month. October is Manufacturing Month all across the country. And this is an opportunity to bring awareness to all of our businesses throughout the state and the country that really help our economy grow and continue. The Minnesota manufacturing industry is so important to Minnesota's economy. It's the second largest industry as measured by employment. And there are nearly 324,000 jobs in manufacturing all across the state. Today, I'm pleased to welcome a mix of companies throughout the southern part, not the southern United States, but the southern Minnesota, southeast and south central. We have representatives from South Central College, part of the Min-State system, Cambria USA, AgroPure, Chart Industries, Midwest Copac, and Fund.com. They all have a lot of openings in a range of areas, and they're so looking forward to telling you about them. To start us off, I'd like to welcome you to Adel Hernandez and his colleague from South Central College. Good morning.
Good morning, Liz, and good morning, everybody. We're so glad to have you here joining us this morning. So, like Liz said, my name is Adel Fernandez, and I'm a prospective student coordinator. And shortly, you will hear from our Dean of Career and Technical Education in the next slides as well. Just a quick overview about who we are as an institution. Like Liz said, we are a member of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities in Minnesota. We are one of those 32-year colleges in the 54 campuses that we have throughout the state. Our institution has two campuses, and of course, I'm not referring to the virtual campus as well. But so we have a campus in Fairville and in North Mankato, and again, the online campus or the virtual one. We serve close to 5,000 students, and our average age is about 28 and a half years of age. 60% of our students are full-time, and roughly 40% of them are part-time. In the industry, for business and industry, we have close to 1,400 total learners and about 780 companies and organizations served. How to apply to South Central College is very simple. Our application is always free. I know that in the state of Minnesota, October is College Knowledge Month, and many institutions have waived their application fee, but at South Central, we are always free. The link for our application is available online, and we are just one click away. We only ask you to complete the application and give us your high school diploma or GED. We don't look at GPAs. We don't look at your SAT or ACT scores. We have an open enrollment that will make it possible for anybody to join South Central. And we have comprehensive community and technical college. One of the benefits of attending our South Central College is that we have small class sizes. Many of us here listening in perhaps come from a rather smaller size high school, and we know that jumping into a higher, larger university could be a little intimidating and really affect your academic performance. So our small class size, as well as our affordability, with our low tuition and financial aid. And every year, our foundation offers close to $500,000 in scholarships to our students. Many of the programs, many of the services that we offer as well are free tutoring, trio student support services, technology support, campus and community resources, student clubs and organizations, because you have heard that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to graduate one from college as well. And the more layers of support we have available for you, the more likelihood you will be successful in achieving your graduating.
Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Kelly McElroy Hooper, and I'm the Dean of Career and Technical Education. Thank you, Edel, for that. I just wanted to talk to you today about advanced manufacturing programs. We have manufacturing, production, we have machine tool technology, mechatronics, energy technical specialist, and welding. Those are just some of our advanced manufacturing that are really hot right now in the market, and you can get jobs right away when you graduate, if not before, and do internships and apprenticeships. The advanced manufacturing program has several benefits. One is that you're learning your industry and you're making those connections while you're in school, and you're getting industry credentials that get you out of school. We have stackable credentials that take you from the beginning. Let's say that there's 4 phases of getting an education. Maybe you get your first certificate and you go out into the workforce, and you decide, well, I'd like to come back. I'd like to get a little bit better job. And you come back and you say, well, now I don't want a certificate. I already have that. I'm going to get a diploma. So you get a diploma. And then you can come back, or you can stay in school and get your associate's degree. So we have stackable credentials from certificate to diploma to associate degree, and many of our programs transfer seamlessly into a university if that's the direction that you want to go. Partnering with the industry for success. I'd say our partnerships at South Central are probably the strongest that one of the things that makes us the strongest. Our employers actively engage in advisory committees and recruit our students. Many of the students are offered jobs before they even complete their degree, and a lot of times these employers will even pay for the rest of their degree. We do that through program advisory committees where we meet once a semester, and that is where industry is able to give us the feedback of what they need out in the field, and we actually, the faculty, overview our curriculum and modify it to meet industry needs. So that keeps us more flexible and fluid as things change in industry. Again, we have internships and apprenticeships. We have dual training opportunities with different manufacturing companies. And like I said before, many of our students are hired prior to graduation. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to contact Edel or myself. I'd love to talk to you. Hope this gave you a little insight, but if you'd like to hear more, please give us a call.
One question for you is, how often do you have older students, over the age of 35 or 40 come back to, change their career or update their skills?
Very often, I'll take this one, Kelly. Very
Okay.
often, in fact, we have a large number of non-traditional students coming to South Central College. As a matter of fact, we also have a couple options through a grant that is called the Reconnect grant. So if a student is wishing to come back and they have some previous credits, we can always connect them to the Reconnect grant. The many of our students, and especially, of course, we are living in a difficult situation. So I know I have seen an increase of prospective students who perhaps lost their employment and are looking for a different credential, or they have been working in the same field for so long, but they don't have a credential. So through our certificates, diplomas, and Associate of Applied Science degree, we have been able to accommodate and help those students in their particular needs.
Good. And how long on average does it take to complete a program?
Well, it varies. Like I said, we have certificates that could be as little as 1 semester to a year, diplomas ranging from a year to a year and a half, and of course the AAS degree would be the longest programs that we offer that are usually a couple years. Kelly, would you like to expand on that?
Nope, I think you covered that pretty good.
And are your classes in person or virtual?
I would say that for career and technical education, which encapsulates a lot of different programs, the advanced manufacturing are in person right now. We are doing in-person teaching, and in the classroom, we are using social distancing and CDC protocols. So instead of maybe having 20 people in a section, we're doing 10 people in a section so that they're able to keep that distance and still do the learning that they would do hands-on. So it's just basically having more sections of the class than we had prior to COVID.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for being here today. I'd like to now welcome Cody Minks from Cambria, USA.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Cody from Cambria. I am a recruiter. I'm mostly focused on operational roles in our Sueur facility. However, I do represent all of our other entities, marketing, sales, IT, finance, you name it. So first of all, I wanted to start off and just tell you a little bit more about Cambria and what we do. So what we do is manufacture quartz countertops, and that's primarily what we do is countertops, but we've gotten into a lot more commercial in the last few years. So whether it is a hotel, hospitals, the Viking Stadium, Lifetime Fitness, things like that, because our product is poreless and maintenance free and extremely durable. So what we do is very unique. We have a lot of different job opportunities that I'll talk a little bit later about in this presentation, but I wanted to talk about really where we started, and that is with the Davis family. So we actually started in the butter making industry and moved into making cheese. And then from there, really just an entrepreneur-like family taking advantage of an opportunity that they saw actually up north. A quartz manufacturing company fell through, and so the Davis family decided to move the equipment to good old Sueur, Minnesota, and start trying to make slabs. So now we are just under 1 million square feet. We are our facility in Sueur, and we own 16 distribution centers, fab shops, and I'll talk about what those are a little bit later on as well. So in this next picture, this is our Sueur facility where we actually manufacture our product. Like I said, I'm most familiar with speaking about operational roles within this facility. So our slabs come out to be around 60 square feet in this facility, and then we either send it to a distribution center or to a fabrication shop to be fabricated. So there's little customization that's done within this facility as far as sizing goes and shapes. We have a ton of different designs. So like I said before, whether you're putting a countertop into your mom and dad's home, or they're going into the Viking Stadium and we're doing a really intricate cut and customization for a sports team logo. We kind of have started to do it all and are the leaders in this industry. So then to talk a little bit more about the Cambria entities. So I mentioned the distribution centers. This is where our product is held prior to being sent to a fabrication shop. So our distribution centers are much like a warehouse, and we have warehouse workers, administrative staff, things like that. And then our fabrication shop is actually where all of the customization is done. So we're using water jet saws and a bunch of other different machines, CNC machines, to do these really, really cool customization of our countertops. Our closest fabrication shop in Minnesota is in Belle Plaine, so right along 169, just like our Le Sueur plant. So we are hiring operational roles there as well. Our galleries is really a great place for customers to go into. One of our galleries that I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with is the one in the mall in Mankato. So it's just a great opportunity for you to go in and see the different slabs, walk in and say, hey, I have this kitchen cupboard color and I'm wondering what slab you'd recommend, or what design, I should say, you would recommend going with this, the rest of my kitchen. Surfaces is our install division. So this is where we are managing all of the installation of our surfaces. The university, this is really, really cool. This is located in St. Peter, and it's where we send our different business partners to learn the Cambria way, essentially, to make sure that, we're not just partnering with anyone to fabricate or install our product. You can have the greatest countertop in the world, but if it's installed horribly, it is not going to look good. And so we want to make sure that everyone we partner with is up to our standards and is doing it the right way. Sales and marketing. So we have a ton of sales reps out in the different states, and they are building relationships and selling our product. Our business office. So this is actually also located in Belle Plaine. It's kind of the front half of that facility, and this houses HR, IT, finance, and some other business departments. So we have roles open in all of these different departments. So I will jump to slide 6 here and just chat a little bit more about what that looks like. So to start off, operations within our facility in Le Sueur and then also in Belle Plaine, we have engineering, automation, production, maintenance, supply chain, and distribution. So we are really, really great at developing our employees. And so what I mean by that is not a lot of people have experience, manufacturing a product like ours. So we don't expect that you come in knowing how to do that. So we do all on-the-job training. We really just look for people that are eager to learn, are open to learn. And I know everyone says that, and it's really true. That gets you a really long way. So we look for people that like to be hands-on in our operational roles and are really just eager to learn, and that makes for a great Cambria employee. Marketing and sales. So again, this is really where you're going to be building relationships with those out in the field, talking about our different designs, talking about what we're coming out with, making sure that all of your partners have the latest and greatest as far as marketing materials and are aware of what certain trends, I should say, are in the industry. So we do have some different sales and marketing positions open as well. And then finance, IT, and management and kind of the business side. Again, a lot of these roles are out of Belle Plaine, but we do have some roles also in the Le Sueur facility for these departments as well. So I would say for the most part, marketing, sales, finance, IT, you do need to have some sort of experience with this in your background. Operational roles, again, because we are such a unique company, we are really, really open to different backgrounds. But I would say that for our other departments, we do like to see some experience, but it definitely does vary. And, you know, we're open to talking to everyone. Okay, and then to jump into some recruiting and just kind of what we look for in our candidates, like I've mentioned, these are our core values. So having a sense of urgency, making sure that you're not holding anything up and that you are just making sure to push everything forward each day. How we got to where we are today, just 20 years later, is because all of our employees are extremely, have that sense of urgency. They're looking to constantly move things forward and take accountability and take action. Attention to detail. So we're big into this, whether you're, you know, a quality member looking at our slab and identifying if there's any errors in it, or if you're sending an email and, you know, making sure not to forget an attachment. So this is something that we really push all of our employees to utilize and to show every day is the attention to detail. Direct communication is huge. So we are really big into phone calls and in-person conversations. Obviously with COVID, we've had to do a little bit more virtual, but we like to see our employees directly communicate to one another and to their supervisor and boss. We don't like just, you know, sending an email and leaving it out there and not really following up on it, making sure that we are following up. And for that matter, the last one is holding yourself accountable, holding your teammates accountable. So why
Cody,
work for Cambria? Yeah.
Cody, we've got about a minute left for Cambria.
Okay.
Wondering if you can just kind of summarize how how people should apply.
Yeah, definitely. So on the last slide, you can see this is my contact information. You can also stop into either of our facility in Belle Plaine or Sueur and grab an application that way. But really the easiest way would to be just shooting me an email with your resume, or feel free to go on our careers website as well and look for the specific job that you're looking to apply for and apply that way.
Great. Thank you very much. I've posted your email address in the Q&A area. So, you know, if anyone has a specific question that they weren't able to get answered from the description, they can send you an email. But I encourage everyone to take a look at Cambria's careers page and see all of the opportunities. So thank you very much, Cody, for talking about this today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I'd like to move on now to AgroPure. We have Heather Allers and Brianna Sinclair with us today. Good morning.
Good morning, Liz. Thank you. Yes, as she said, my name is Heather Allers. I'm one of the HC business partners that works in the Sueur area, and Brianna Sinclair has joined me. She is one of our HC coordinators, so she's going to jump in if there's something I miss or can't answer. So, yeah. Go to the next slide. So just to give you some of AgroPure's history, so AgroPure was founded in 1938. It's one of the top global dairy producers. It's North America's largest whey protein manufacturer, and we produce over 800 million pounds of quality award-winning cheese per year. We have 10 U.S. SQF certified plants in the U.S. Most prominent food, beverage, and nutrition brands in the industry. AgroPure has about 8,800 employees globally. We have about 340 employees on the Le Sueur campus. So we have our Le Sueur cheese plant, our Le Sueur food ingredient plant. We have our Friendly Confines cheese shop, our protein research center, and then our business office, all housed in the Le Sueur area. Interestingly enough, as Cambria said, they were owned by the Davises. The Le Sueur location was also owned by the Davis family, and then we were acquired by AgroPure in 2014. So we have been part of the AgroPure family since 2014 in Le Sueur. All right. So what we offer, We offer a comprehensive benefit plan. We offer 2 options for medical through Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have a dental option, a vision plan. We offer health savings accounts, flexible spending accounts. We have company paid life insurance and accidental death and dismemberment coverage. We pay for short and long-term disability for employees. We do have the option for employees to purchase additional life insurance than the basic coverage that we provide. And if they purchase it for themselves, they can also choose to purchase it for their spouse and their children. We offer a number of value-added benefits, will preparation, secure travel, identity theft help, and all of those are free for the employee. We do offer a free confidential employee assistance program to help people with a variety of things, mental health, if they need legal assistance, if they need help with just about anything, they can contact our employee assistance program, like I said, for free and confidentially. We offer on-site wellness screenings every year for our employees and their spouses that are on our medical plan. So we have a third party come in and take biometrics. And this not only allows an employee who maybe didn't go to the doctor for their physical a chance to know their health, where they're sitting with their health, and it also gives them discounts on our medical plan if they are on our medical plan just by screening. We do offer a 401k plan where employees can start contributing after 30 days of employment, and a company match up to 4% starts after 6 months of employment. We do have bonus programs for hourly and salaried employees. So if the company meets certain financial goals each year, we're eligible to receive a bonus. Like I said, that's for both hourly and salaried roles. We do offer a tuition reimbursement program that is actually temporarily on hold just due to the COVID situation, but we hope to start that back up again in January, where we help employees with up to $2,500 a year for tuition reimbursement on books and classes and fees. We offer 7 paid holidays each year. Employees are eligible for PTO right away, day 1 of employment. And then we do offer a wellness program called Ways to Be Well, where we have a number of programs, challenges that we have throughout the year. There's certain articles you can read on there. There's nutrition, counseling on there available. So that is a free program that's open to people as well. One thing I didn't put on here, but I want to talk to is we also have an employee referral program. So if we have employees that actually refer a candidate to come on and they get hired, they're eligible for a $1,000 bonus. So if they refer somebody and the employee gets hired and they're both there after 90 days, the employee who referred them gets a $200 bonus. If they make it 6 months, they get another $300. And then if that employee they referred makes it the full year, they get a $500 bonus at that time. So the total is $1,000. So that's an incentive to, it helps us find employees and it helps them. So win-win, because usually an employee isn't going to refer somebody they don't think is going to stay because they won't get this bonus. So it helps us get good qualified people in as well. All right, so just in the Le Sueur campus, we currently have these openings. So under our Le Sueur cheese facility, we have a lactose operator, cheese packagers, a process safety management coordinator, warehouse clerk, milk receiving operator, advanced Wonderware PLC programmer, lab supervisor, journeyman electrician, and a maintenance tech 2. At our Le Sueur food ingredient facility, we currently have a quality assurance coordinator position open, a mixer position, and a lab technician 1. And then at our Friendly Confines cheese shop, we have actually 2 retail store associate positions open and 2 retail store lead positions. For a lot of these positions, they're basic entry level, but there obviously is going to be some knowledge needed for the advanced Wonderware programmer, our process safety management coordinator, journeyman electrician. There would be some requirements of previous experience for those, but like our lactose operators, cheap packager, warehouse clerk, the retail store positions, those are all basic entry level experience is not needed. We will train. for those positions. So we have a unique setup here in Sueur. I would put my contact information out there. However, I'm only responsible for very few of those positions that I just posted. So rather than post 5 different contacts on there, I just want to encourage people to apply online at the egpurecareers.us site. And then the recruiter that is responsible for whatever position you're applying for would get a hold of you and you could ask them questions at that point. All right. Brandon, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. You did a good job.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. And as you said, because there are so many or a number of recruiters, you've got a number of plants too, right?
Yeah.
So where are the different locations for AgriPure?
Sure. So we have a facility out in Jerome, Idaho. We have one in Hull, Iowa, one in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The ones I mentioned in Minnesota, and we also have a sales office in Eden Prairie and a food ingredient facility in Nicollet, Minnesota. And then we have a facility out in Lake Norden, South Dakota. And then in Wisconsin, we have our U.S. headquarters is in Appleton, Wisconsin. And then we also have a facility in La Crosse, Little Chute, Luxembourg, and Waiwega.
Great. So all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Thank you very much to both of you for being here today. And I've posted your careers page, or at least your main page, in the Q&A area so people can get in touch with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
Let's move ahead. I'd like to introduce Jason Poulou and Teal Meyer of Chart Industries.
Yes, thanks, Liz. It'll be just myself presenting today, so I know Teal had another matter to attend to. So thanks for getting us set up for this event. We're excited to kind of be able to talk a little bit more about Chart with some folks. I'm newer to the team here, so I'm probably not going to be able to answer all the questions, but want to be able to give folks that are with us today a good understanding of who we are and what we're about. I think important to note for us when you think about the brand of Chart in this area in southern Minnesota, New Prague, Minnesota is where we're specifically located. And folks might recall the name Minnesota Valley Engineering. Well, that's MVE. That product line is still here and a big part of Chart, but because of acquisitions and name changes over the year, we're known as Chart Industries. What's interesting about the name Chart is it came from a pair of brothers that took the first parts of their name. So Charles and Arthur, that's how the name became Chart. And I think that for us, a big part of what makes Chart exciting, I think, is some of the leadership in our organization. Jill, our CEO, has really been out front as far as being a cheerleader for folks in the organization. I think it's hard for a day to go by where she's not emailing the teams as far as accomplishments that we've had within the organization. So I think that really sets a good tone for the organization to have a leader that's really giving some positive feedback on a regular basis. As far as kind of Chart going outside of the New Prague area here in southern Minnesota, we are a global organization. So there's facilities across the globe as well as in the U.S. And I know that, Liz, we talked about the video. If you could forward that link along, there's a great little video tour of some of our facilities that we wanted to share too. I think for the sake of time, we'll just kind of make that at folks' disposal so they have an opportunity to take a closer look at that if they'd like. I think the opportunities at Chart are pretty unique because it spans, engineering from various scopes. We are in the cryogenic space. So liquid natural gases are kind of some of the types of products we're involved with. here at the facility in New Prague. It's a lot about the storage tanks that we manage. So I think, you know, and folks that are coming from a mechanical engineering or even from a chemical engineering background have an opportunity to kind of be on the front end of the development side of some of our products. And then just even throughout our manufacturing process, we do have manufacturing engineers. Obviously, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the manufacturing that takes place here in New Prague. But I think there's a lot of opportunities when you talk about the broader aspects of a career at Chart and just the amount of impact somebody can make. There's a lot of supporting teams within HR, accounting, finance, procurement that really go into making the team function. Right now, we do have a rather large need for production welders. So for us, welding is a big part of our focus. Not to say we don't have other opportunities in manufacturing, but if you can imagine some of the steel vessels, tanks that we manufacture, it's quite a manual process that involves a lot of different welders. The tanks have an inner and outer tank, as well as a lot of pipe routing as well. So we look for some of those specialty welders. MIG and TIG are types of welding, but we look for folks that can also do some pipe welding on various materials. I did want to give a shout out to South Central because we just recently hired one of their students that made it through the welding program. As kind of an example, you know, we are able to hire folks out of those programs. We did hire an individual that's still in the program that really had done an excellent job within the program and is really coming into us at an entry-level welder 6 role, which is meaning that that individual will be able to do some MIG and TIG. So we do see a lot of those students make it through and come into Chart, and it's a great opportunity for them to really grow their career, specifically if they're interested in going into welding. Kind of back to the page that Liz has, we do have current openings on for a painter on the night shift, and those hours that are listed Monday through Thursday, 2:45 p.m. to 12:55 a.m. are our second shift hours. We do also have a painter need on the first shift, and that's 5:45 a.m. until 2:15 p.m. A couple other opportunities that I wanted to note: we do have an opening for an HR manager. We do have production generalist openings that usually just require a good mechanical aptitude and maybe some prior experience with hand tools as well as a lot of engineering type of positions. I would encourage folks to take a look at our website to find out what other openings that we have. Just to touch base on the benefits a little bit too, Liz, if you could go back yeah, thank you. The 401k profit sharing, I think those are one of the things that are pretty exciting. Even our entry-level folks starting off are eligible for bonus potential at the end of the year. So there's a target and a payout amount. We've been pretty successful with that in the past, and business is looking pretty promising for some payouts again this year. Obviously, we have paid vacation, tuition reimbursement, 11 paid holidays, which I think is a pretty exciting thing to tout here. And then one thing I wanted to make sure to mention, I have this in my notes, is the veterans. We do have a fairly good population of veterans on the team, and my counterpart Teal and I have been working to establish a little bit more of a presence in that community as well here too. So I think a lot of exciting things happening. Liz, maybe if you could flip it over to that last slide. I think that'll have my contact information. So feel free to email me directly or give me a call if there's questions on any of the positions. Be more than happy to answer those questions. Teal is the HR person here on the team that would maybe be able answer any additional questions as well too. So feel free to contact either one of us. There are a good number of local positions listed on our website, so I'd encourage anyone to visit the website first to answer any of those current posted position questions.
Thank you, Jason. Yes, I have the link to like a virtual tour of CHART that Teal, the Jason had sent me. So I'll include that in the materials that I send out to all of the pre-registered participants of today's virtual career fair. Thank you very much for joining us. I would never have guessed that CHART was a combination of, what did you say, Charles and Arthur?
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Jeff Ryan of Midwest COPAC of Winona. Good morning.
Thank you, Liz. As Liz said, my name is Jeff Ryan with Midwest COPAC here in Winona. We are very excited to be actively hiring right now. We just took on an additional huge customer, which is good for everybody, especially for the Winona area here. A little bit of background on Midwest COPAC. We are in the old Ferreira candy building. So anybody that's familiar with Winona knows at 1000 West 5th Street is where we're located. We are still in that building. On to the next slide. We pride ourselves in being a best-in-class facility. We're certified process manufacturer through the FDA. We have Title 21. We have strict GMPs, HACCP, and we do pass a BRC standards audit yearly. So we are able to do work for several different customers, and we're very excited to bring this current one on. We are owned by a CEO, and she is very hands-on. She's also the CEO, as I mentioned. Her name is Amy Paris. She is wonderful to work for and visits the facility often, so it's not like we're getting direction from nowhere. We get hands-on, but yet not too much direction, so to speak. So we are excited to be hiring. Onto the third slide there, another thing neat about our company, Midwest COPAC, we don't necessarily do the same thing every day because we do have different customers. So sometimes you might be doing bulk bagging. Sometimes you might be cartoning and boxing. We have fulfillment machines, like in the small packs of things that then go into our fulfillment services, more like the Amazon type customers. So you're doing small order type things. And then we also, and we're hiring right now, but like I was saying, that doesn't mean you're shoehorned into just that one area, but we are hiring for the manufacturing part right now, which, as you can see, we have the organic gummies listed there, which we do, but it doesn't necessarily mean they have to be organic because we can separate areas and stuff, and you will see that if you come aboard. But it's a very exciting place to work. As I mentioned, it used to be a candy plant, and as we start opening back up again and doing some of that same stuff, we already have several folks that are returning to us. They missed working here, so there's a team environment already established, but it's also very open-armed. That just because you weren't part of the team at one time doesn't mean you won't be looked upon as a new team player. It's a terrific place to work, and like I said, if it wasn't, I think folks wouldn't be so inclined to want to come back again like they are. So we're very excited, but we have several openings. Going to the fourth slide there. Right now, those positions would all be first shift. As you can see, we have noted there that second shift is highly needed. With the increased business we're going to be doing for this particular customer, it'll ramp up, which is a benefit, one, for us to get into production, and two, for training. We do not believe here just here's your new job, go do it. We want to get people trained in. That doesn't necessarily mean that if you are offered a job and take a job here that you have to go to second shift. At first, the training will be on first shift, because until the end of the year, we will just be a one shift operation. So as you come on, it would be, and we're being forthright with us ramping up and getting started right here, there will be overtime at the beginning as we get folks trained and get ramped up. So from basically current till the first of the year, you'd be looking at 5 10-hour shifts per week, Monday through Friday, 6 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. And even if you're coming on and you eventually go into second shift, like I said, you'd be working those 5-10s during Monday through Friday until the beginning of the year as we train. That maintenance mechanic listed at the top is a little more inclusive than that. We definitely need a boiler operator. So if you have a Class B license, or you're going to have one soon, the sooner the better. That one will be a second shift, but like I said, you will train on first shift originally. But if that's something that sounds enticing to you in the Winona area and would work out for you, it's a great opportunity. Like I said, you can come in on first shift, learn the ropes, and then take that to second shift for us. The other positions, cook. When you think of cook, that's not your fry cook. Basically, when you're making gummies, you're the cook of a gigantic gelatin mold, basically, and you're in charge of making the recipe for the yummy candy that turns into the gummy candy. So that's what cook is. Mogul operator is the finishing of that cooking process and basically getting the candy ready to put into the huge refrigerator. It's a cooler, but into the refrigerator for the night to cure, so that we can pack it the next day. Packers then are on the packing side of the business, which I just mentioned, where you're packing. When you're a packer, there's 6 different positions you do. So sometimes when you think packing, you're thinking, okay, so you're grabbing a item and you're putting it into a cardboard box, and you're doing that for 8 to 10 hours a day. With our safety protocols and stuff, we do not want you doing that for 8 hours a day, so we rotate. Within packer, there's 6 different positions, so you would rotate through those. Also keeps it so you're not doing the same thing every day. Yes, every hour. Yes, you're dealing with the same finished product, so to speak, but you're doing a different position within the line. So at one instant, you might be pouring candy up. At one instant, you might be inspecting that candy as it gets poured up. You may be actually putting it into the once it's been pouched, you're dealing with the pouches, or you might be out back taking the pouches, putting them into a sachet, and then the sachet either into a finished case, or a lot of our product will get built into the big box store display cases. If you think of a Costco or a Sam's Club, etc., Aldi, when you go into those stores, you see a whole pallet of one item, and there's 500 of them on the same pallet. That's what you would be doing here. You would be building that pallet, and it gets shipped into Costco's distribution centers from here. And
Jeff,
and you have done that work.
We've got about 30 seconds left.
Okay. So you can see there that we do the benefits we do offer: the 401k, the dental insurance, health insurance, vacation/PTO, the vision plan, and we're up and coming companies, so we are expanding all the time. We would like you to get a hold of us. We'd be excited to talk with you. Give me a call. On the last slide there is my contact information. Email or phone call is fine. We'll get something set up so you can come in. We'll tell you when you call, say you want to, we set up a 9 o'clock appointment for an interview. We'll ask you to come in at 8:45 and fill out the application. We'll go ahead and do the interview, give you a walk through the process so you can see what you're going to be doing, and then hopefully go from there.
Great, thank you. Yeah, it sounds fun, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great place to work.
Good, thank you for being here. Waiting so patiently behind the wings this entire time is Emmy Forsyth from fun.com. Take it away, Emmy.
Hi, thank you. So we are not specifically a manufacturer. We do manufacture Halloween products, but out of China. Our North Mankato office is a distribution center. So for anyone wondering about Halloween this year, whether it was canceled or not, it is not. We are selling Halloween costumes and products like crazy. Record sales so far this year. So we, to date, we are the largest e-commerce Halloween costume distributor in the world. We did start our operation out of a garage in Mankato in 1992. It was a family-owned business until last year. Our CEO Tom Fallenstein bought out the company and has been leading it thus far. So we have some really cool things coming ahead. Just for some perspective about hiring and what we look at for the year, we have a permanent team of 185 people, and then come October we have a team of 2,000. And so that gap in between our temp seasonal employees, which ramps up around August and then takes us through October, and we do expect to see some of those temp hires staying on through December as our season continues through Christmas. Continue next. That being said, right now we have about 1,400 employees in the building, or not in the building specifically at one time, but helping us with our operations on a 24-hour basis. So right now we've kind of tapped out our talent pool here in Mankato, although we're hoping to continue recruiting local talent here to help us get through the Halloween season. But we've started a new initiative here called Halloween Heroes. So we are actually bringing people from all over the state into Mankato area, providing them a hotel stay at the cost of the company here, so we can try to get through these next couple of weeks. So if you need to get employment basically tomorrow, we can get your application in process today and get you here in Mankato and earning money really quickly. So so that would be, again, free hotel stay. We do provide meal vouchers, weekly pay. There are bonuses and prizes that if you go through the next slide, Liz, you can see right, oh, we're back one. We do have a
Which slide do you want?
Oh, sorry, the calendar. Yep, go one
Okay.
more slide forward.
There you go.
So our base pay is $10 an hour, but you're going to see that there are bonus pays and incentives on this calendar that kind of pile on top of that. For example, the 17th, 18th, 24th, and 25th there, we expect to see record sales and need way more people in the building to be getting our products out the door. So that, again, that $10 is base pay, but there are stackable bonuses and incentives on those days. And then we give away things like TVs and Xboxes and stuff for people who make it to their shifts on those days. Next slide. And then for some people who maybe can't come to the area and need some work from home opportunities, we are offering remote customer service positions. Basically, the only requirement there is that we would need you to have your own PC to work with at home, and And if you were to have any questions about that, you certainly could give us a phone call. However, you can apply there at thatfund.com/careers/jobs and look for that remote customer service for Minnesota residents position. Again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us there. We are offering unlimited overtime, and then if you were to be an employee with us and refer other people to come work with us, or if you have somebody that wants to come to town with you, if you were out of towner, we do offer $50 referral bonuses as well, just to help us fill that gap. Like I said, we're at about 1,400 employees, and we need about 500 more just to get through the next couple of weeks. So please do come help us out.
That is a huge amount of hiring.
We're doing about 50 a day right now. So
wow. Yep. Yeah, so I'll make sure that all of my right. Yeah, that's great. Let's spread the word. Even people on this call, if you're not up for this position or any of those, feel free to pass it on to someone else. That's great. Emmy, anything else you want to add to this?
Nope. We're again just trying to get through the month and just hope to see a lot of you guys here. We've been getting people from all over the state into Mankato and hearing lots of interesting stories about what people are doing that brings them to the Mankato area, and we're just it's been really, really fun. So please do come help us out.
Good. Thank you for being on the call today. This is really fascinating, and I love the little purple guy.
Thank you.
Good. So everyone, please reach out to all of the presenters today. I've posted either their careers page or their telephone number or email in there. Just want to remind you the next 2 weeks with the virtual career fairs. Next week, we're having a number of more seasonal positions and temporary positions. The reality is that now with the holiday season coming up, there are people who are hiring, and there are some work from home positions too, and some temporary with the COVID initiative. So please join that. And then on October 26th, our virtual career fair will be in partnership with the Hennepin County Library System, who are celebrating Power Up Job and Career Fair Week. So I am working to find Hennepin County businesses that have openings. So check back with me about who will be on that list. All of you who may have been laid off from your job or furloughed and are now looking for a new position, if you aren't already working with a career force job counselor, I really highly recommend you reaching out to the nearest location to your home and inquire about dislocated worker opportunities. There can be training programs. There can be money to pay for some of the training programs. There are people who can help you with tweaking your resume to fit whatever you're applying to, or career planning and counseling. And also, need I say, all of us behind the scenes are always aware of companies in your areas who are looking for workers that you might not necessarily stumble across on minnesotaworks.net or Indeed. So please reach out to the career force location closest to you and ask about dislocated worker services. As always, follow Career Force on social media. We put up-to-the-date information, and all of our colleagues in communications and the local areas are always making sure that the most recent information is sent out. Feel free to send me an email at any time. I'm Liz Jennings. It's liz.jennings@state.mn.us. and the Career Force Help Desk with any general questions you may have, careerforce@state.mn.us. Thanks to all of our companies today, South Central College, Cambria, AgriPure, Chart Industries, Midwest Copac, and Fun.com. Please contact them and inquire about all of their open positions. Take care and see you next week. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you, Liz.
Thanks, everyone.